Hi friends, today we're making some cherry macaroons with a chocolate ganache and jam filling as well. I stuttered. Oh well, we're not perfect. Welcome to my channel. So our ingredients that we have here is 238 grams of chocolate, very specific guys. We need 77 grams of butter. I use whipping cream and that's 220 grams of whipping cream. You're gonna need 50 grams of granulated sugar. This is almond flour. You need 120 grams of that. Confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, you will be needing 200 grams of that. Piping bags, tips. I don't know the names of them, but you need tips. We also got cherry flavoring. This one's from Michael's. It is super strong, so I'll be only using like 2 or 3 drops. But it tastes delicious, by the way. Food coloring, optional, same with the cherry extract. Cherry flavoring, sorry. And you need 3 big eggs. I will be posting all of the ingredients and the instructions on how to do this right about now. So those are there if you want to follow along or just do it on your own. The instructions are there as well, hopefully. Remember to put those in. Hopefully. Anyways, I am Canadian, so that's why the oven has been preheated to 225 Fahrenheit. I'm from Canada. All of this is in grams because I would want, the recipe that I took is more specific, but I'm doing this a bit differently. If I can find what website I pulled the recipe from, I'll put them in the description. And hope you're ready to make some macaroons, because I sure am. There are 2 different methods. There is the French method and there is also the Italian method. So in your bowl, we are going to try this again and add, you're going to sift your almond flour again. Just because I took it out does not mean it does not frame. Just because I redid it does not mean there's not any lumps. Usually there are still some, but it's only because I'm used to it, which is normal because I'm human. Okay, here we go. Move my granulated sugar because I don't need that. I need powdered sugar. Look at all that. Yay! Once again, sift on an angle. Ooh, look at that. Dust. I can taste it in the air. Num num num. Okay, there we go. So now that we have those 2 done, I'm going to clean up as I go. Now we're going to mix these together quickly. Okay, so now you can see our handy dandy hand mixer. So we're gonna unlock her first, open her up. This is the bowl. So before we do anything, we have to separate our eggs. Granulated sugar's already dealt with. And because I'm lazy, I'm not measuring them. So 3 big eggs. Move that off to the side. 3 big eggs. You don't have to use some fancy machine or anything or technique. It's just going back and forth with your eggshells till you get all the yolk. Now the recipe does say that you do need how many grams? 100 grams of egg whites, but who's counting? Not me. Okay, I put my egg yolks off to the side so then I can feed them to my dog to keep her coat nice and healthy, because her coat's not looking good right now. It's just old. She's old. So just 1/2. Do another half. Trying not to pop that yolk, because that's another mess I really don't want to clean up. And as we know, as you just saw, I popped my yolk. So we're going to transfer it quickly, like that. There we go. Once again. That was good. Okay. This is how we usually get it out. Just use your fingers. Usually would not do this if I'm making for project or anything. I swear I did not do this in my project. I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay. These are our egg yolks. Look how nice and pretty. So I'm gonna put my egg yolks in the fridge so then I can feed them to my dog later. I am actually a teenager. Surprise, surprise. I know I may have friends and family watching. So hi to you guys. And now we're gonna add our sugar, granulated sugar. Sherry's granulated. Don't do what I did, please. Or do. Maybe just don't follow my every step, but I'm close enough, guys. Okay? Lock it so that it doesn't come up. And medium speed. Wait, I gotta plug it in first. There we go. I'm gonna move it up higher, so up to high speed. Now, this should hopefully be done, because usually you'd be able to take this off and go like this, and it should create a nice peak. I think it needs a few more minutes. Sorry, correction, a few more seconds. Oh my god, it does not take long to mix. That took maybe 3 minutes, maybe? I was cleaning up, so. Okay. Now we're gonna lift up. That is what we want, that little loop down. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a little loop down. Mix it up, take it out, and something like that. So it should stand up on its own. It should not loop down like it did a few seconds ago. And I'm just gonna put that back. Now, you should be able to take it, okay? Take it, go like this, without it falling. That means it's stiff peaks. Really cool. And it will not fall out if it's correct. So now we are going to add our coloring and our flavoring. Now the color I'm going for is a pink, and I'm using cherry flavoring. Cherry extract, if you were to use that instead, you would need at least a 1/4 teaspoon of cherry extract. I'm just using flavoring because it's easier and that's the only thing I could find at my local Michael's. Okay, so we're going to start with my coloring first. So 3 drops usually. If you need to add more, you can, but I usually start off with only that many. And then a few drops of flavoring. Usually 4 is enough. So we're going to mix it for another few seconds, and we'll see where we get. Now to get it mixed well, we are going to scrape the sides. Woo! Take that off for a minute, set it to the side, and we're going to scrape the sides. Or just put it down. It also works. Check the bottom, mix it. I am not a professional, just to let y'all know. I am nowhere near a professional. I am just a teenager from Canada who likes to bake and wants to share a bit and share my baking knowledge with y'all. because I can. There you go. So you should be able to smell your cherry. And I like the color, but I want it to be a bit darker, so I'm just going to add like 2 more drops of food coloring. And you don't need to mix it for long to get what you want. So there we go. And I think there's enough cherry flavoring because I can smell it. Woo! Okay. Now we're going to add this to our flour and powdered sugar next. So, are we recording? Yes, we are. Okay, so, now we have our powdered sugar and almond flour in here. We're going to have to transfer this into here and make sure we have everything in here, and then we're going to fold it together, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like and what it should not look like. Okay. This is the fun part. At least I find it fun. Other people find it stressful. This is probably my second try at making these. So I have an idea on what they're supposed to look like. Sorry, guys. My videotaping skills are not the greatest either, so keep that in mind. So the reason why I started this channel was to kind of share my love for baking with other people, and yeah, I just wanted to show people that I know what I'm doing somewhat, and wanted to share my love for baking and some of the really good recipes that I found in cookbooks, online, and all that stuff. And my goal, hopefully, with this channel is to maybe start actually make a cookbook, which I thought would be really cool, of like a combination of everything I'm filming myself doing, which I think would be really cool. I also have loads of support from friends and family that gave me the final push I needed to actually start this channel, which is fantastic. And I can say I am very lucky to have the people that I have in my life. Thanks to them. Okay, so in advance, I already put them on. I put parchment paper on my baking sheets. Don't know what that was. So now we're going to prep our piping bag. I keep checking to make sure I'm still in frame so then you guys can somewhat see what I'm doing. So round tip like that. Not too big, not too small, but in the middle, or just right. Then, to make sure you get all your batter in, I like to put it in a cup so then it cannot move and I can easily put it all in without any troubles. And I don't have to struggle as much. Yay! So now we're going to transfer all of this into our piping bag. Hopefully y'all can see. I think so. Okay. Now this is what I call the scary part because I'm worried I'm going to overfill my bag and it might pop. I used to own silicone bags and I was making a birthday cake for my mom actually, and my piping bag just completely popped, which was really helpful. Okay, so then you're going to move some of your batter. Oh my god. Don't do what I do, guys, or do. I'm a mistake person. I make loads of mistakes. So now we're going to try and put it on a cooking sheet. So, ew, I just got it all over my hand, guys. Ew. It tastes good. You're gonna pipe from an angle, and then when you're done, you're gonna kind of swirl it up like that. You're gonna do it again, so you're gonna pipe from an angle. When you think you have enough, swirl it up. Pipe from an angle. Swirl it up. Ooh, swirl it up. Try to at least. Pipe from an angle. Swirl it up. I want to leave just enough space because we are going to oh my god, French in me, guys. We're going to hit them against the counter so then we can get all the air bubbles out, and that's what makes them kind of look nice near the end. So, quite literally like that. Doesn't have to be too high and you don't have to slam it, but just enough to get almost all the air bubbles out. As you can tell from that big slam, I got like a whole bunch of big ones. Then we're gonna go again. Because what you're doing is you're making the oxygen rise and the air bubbles will come out like this. So then you won't have any air bubbles. Just something quick and simple. And if you have like little mini ones, take a toothpick like this and you poke them. Literally all there is to it. And just repeat for each batch that you finish. Like I said, you should leave enough space so then they don't flatten out like they are right here. So this one's flattened out a lot, as you can tell. Same with this one. By doing this, like I said, you're letting all the air bubbles out, and I usually just take a toothpick and poke at some of the air bubbles that I see. And then you're going to set them aside and let them sit for an hour. So I'm going to finish the few that I have to pipe, and I will come back when it's time to put them in the oven. It's been 1 hour now. So they've all been set, and they don't stick to me. They've still been mushy, but they don't stick, see? So now we're going to put them in the oven for 18 minutes. Them in the oven for 18 minutes at 325 Fahrenheit. Oh, and they will stay in there until the timer goes off. So I pulled out my first batch, and they look like this. Now this can be because my oven was too hot, which is most definitely the reason. But you're gonna wait for them to cool a bit, and then you're gonna take them off. Yes, both of them look like this, but they still taste delicious. And the brown around them means they were cooked for too long, so we can change that by cooking them a bit less. The pink ones is the third batch, the last batch. So they're nice pink, and they're not as crusty on the back. So I reheated my oven because I didn't want them to turn out like this again. So I reheated my oven to 320, sorry, and only let them cook for 10 minutes or until I saw like this crust right here. So then it started bubbling up, and you got this nice little crust. And you see that it started turning golden brown on the sides. So then I took them out and let them cool for 10 minutes. Now I'm putting them in here because it's already 9:30 at night, so I'm going to do the rest of it tomorrow. In a saucepan, we are going to add 3 3/4 cups of heavy whipping cream into the saucepan. I actually only added 2.5 cups. So 2.5 cups in a medium-sized saucepan and put it on high. And we're going to wait for the outside rim to bubble, and then we're going to take it off, put it with our chocolate, and we will wait till then. Make sure you have a spatula on hand. Just poke those air bubbles a bit. just like that, and we'll wait for that to heat up. Now we measure out 2 cups of dark chocolate, what I used. Yep, dark chocolate. Add it into a glass bowl. And make sure your bowl fits in your fridge because you are going to have to put this in the fridge when we are done. Okay, so now that the sides are bubbling, we're going to stir it, turn it off, take it off the element. And the element is still hot, so don't put your hand near it. And now we are going to grab our chocolate. Put this on our chocolate carefully. Scrape the rest of it out. Just like that. Put this off the side to cool. And now we're going to mix everything together carefully. Pop it in the refrigerator until the sides have started to turn a bit hard.